Hey guys, it's Pastor Bruce. When I hear the name Herod, I'm typically reminded of Herod the Great, who was the king at the time of Jesus' birth. As we come to Acts chapter 12, it's his grandson, Herod Agrippa I, that is now king in Judea. Herod has already arrested and had James, the brother of John, executed. And now we see that he has Peter in custody, and I believe fully intends to execute him once the Feast of Unleavened Bread has come to an end. The Christians are gathered together praying for Peter's safety and his release. And we don't really see the mechanism behind it, but an angel comes into the prison and causes Peter's chains to be removed, and he delivers him out past the guards onto the street. Once the angel has disappeared, Peter comes to his senses, and he realizes where he is and what's happened, and he hightails it for the home of Mary, the mother of John Mark. Incidentally, many scholars believe that John Mark is the author of the Gospel of Mark, and that he wrote that based on Peter's recollections. And so you see the connection here. In what must be one of the funniest accounts in all the New Testament, Peter gets to the door, and can you see him outside knocking quietly but furiously? Hello? Hello? Rhoda, the servant girl, comes to the door, sees that it's Peter, but instead of letting him in, she runs back into the house to let the other believers know that it's Peter. And here's Peter out there, waiting. Oh, can I come in? In a cautionary point of this chapter, we see that they don't believe it's Peter. They don't believe that God has answered their prayer. We need to be encouraged to believe that God is going to answer our prayers. Peter comes into the house, and I think it doesn't take long for him to realize that he's going to be a danger to the other followers of Christ. So he goes into hiding, and we're going to see Peter once more, and then he won't show up at all in the latter part of the book of Acts. Herod gets his. Not much later than this, he's essentially being worshipped by the people, and he buys the press, and God takes him out. At this point, we're going to see the book of Acts turn, and instead of being essentially centered in Jerusalem, it's going to take place in other parts of Asia and Europe as we follow the Apostle Paul on his great missionary journeys. God bless you as you go.